finest professional wrestling from the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic region, Capital Wrestling.
Beau, baby, this is what it was all about.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony Gangone making a big name for himself all across the Northeast.
That's true.
Right? He's running around used to all these little flipping and flying gymnasts, more
That's
like
right. Flipping and flying.
What the NRA does is we take them down and we ground them. And I mean, you're going to have to give the guy's good.
Yes.
Anthony Gangone's the top of the line, but we're even higher than that. We're top of the line.
Top of the top of the top of the
Right. Everybody else below us, cucks.
All
Right? So this is what you're going to have to do.
Uh-huh.
You got to lock them. I mean, just
Hey,
sorry. I get carried away when I think about what we got to do to
Hey.
them. You got to be serious about it. Anthony Gangone, I got my man right here, Beau Crockett. He's coming for you in Jersey City at the Cathedral Hall. Bank on it.
To Capital Wrestling. I'm Candace Cordelia, and I am here with the Perfect Strangers. How are you both?
I'm good. How you, Andros?
Kaleme, I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Absolutely. So we have a bit of a change that's happened here at Capital Wrestling. We're going from a tag team with you both to a six-man match. So I'm wondering what your strategy will be going in.
Well, we need to come up with a different strategy, that's for sure. Completely different dynamic. Completely. We're not just relying on each other. We're relying on a third individual. So Marcus, what's our strategy?
Hip toss, back body drop, drop to a hold, hello, goodbye. Pin, get the win. And stuff in between there. Yeah. Sounds nice.
For that stuff that's in between, like we're going to stranger danger. We're going to hit one of those.
Right.
We're going to hit that.
Stranger danger.
Right, that double hip toss gimmick. Where we.
Yep, whip the name there. Yeah, we hit that. Yeah, what do you call it? The gyro?
I just call it the double hip toss reverse gimmick.
Right. That's what he calls it. Yeah.
All right, that sounds good.
But we're definitely ending with a hello goodbye, for sure. Always. No one's ever kicked out, ever.
Don't jinx it. I'm not jinxing. You just.
Like this, like a sports broadcast. We're talking about facts right now. No one's ever kicked out. No one's ever kicked out.
But you just jinxed it. Just now you just jinxed it. I mean, say the thing.
Opa.
Legit.
All right. You heard it here first. Opa and Legit. Taking it back to you at Capital Wrestling to commercial.
This is the train to Hoboken. The next and last stop is Hoboken.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This match is brought to you by the Last Mark Standing podcast. Join Damian and Trina the Marky Smark every week at lastmarkstanding.com.
The following contest is a singles match and is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, standing at 6 feet tall and weighing 220 pounds, hailing from Poquoson, Virginia, he is the Beau Show, Beau Crockett!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Capital Wrestling. I'm Stephen James, Harry Tujanian here, and this week we'll see the National Rasslin Alliance in action as Beau Crockett makes his Capital Wrestling debut against Anthony Gangone. We've seen Gangone in action in the past here on Capital Wrestling Television, taking on Bull James in singles action. The loss to their ally in the war against, quote, indie wrestling did not sit well with the NRA leader, Preston Quinn.
As it shouldn't. Gangone has been someone not many people around here can trust in pro wrestling, and he's known as a bit of a wild card, not someone who I would want as the face of Capital Wrestling, to be quite honest, which is why Preston Quinn has a problem with him, and he's made that abundantly clear over the last few weeks here on Capital Television.
When we return here on Capital Wrestling, we will see Beau Crockett and Anthony Gangone one-on-one.
Do you want early and instant access to Capital Wrestling episodes before they air on any of our other platforms? Well, become a patron of Capital Wrestling at patreon.com/Capital Wrestling. Not only do you get episodes before anybody else, you get exclusive content, including podcast, additional episodes of Capital Wrestling, merchandise opportunities, and more. Go now to patreon.com/Capital Wrestling. Capital Wrestling, old school wrestling for the modern fan.
And his opponent, making his way to the ring, weighing in at 175 pounds, hailing from the mountain of divine madness, he is the Rogue, Anthony Gangone!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Capital Wrestling. We are about to get underway in this matchup between the NRA's own Beau Show, Beau Crockett, and the Rogue himself, Anthony Gangone. I'm Stephen James, being joined by Harry Turjanian here. Harry, how excited are you for this matchup?
This is a fantastic singles match between two really different styles. I mean, obviously Anthony Gangone from the New York area, trained by the amazing Ren. He's appeared. I've seen this guy when he was just in House of Glory as a student. He was one of the students. He was a thin little nothing. His trunks were sagging on him, and he, over time, has become one of the best wrestlers in the New York area and in the independent scene in general.
Of course, Anthony Gangone, as we saw earlier on Capital Wrestling Television, was previously supposed to face off against Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
Right.
But the pain-trained Preston Quinn taking extreme measures to make sure that that matchup didn't happen. We are ready to get underway here with more Capital Wrestling action as the Beau Show takes on the Rogue.
Yeah, and Beau Crockett, let's not, I talked a little about Gangone, but Beau Crockett is no slouch either. He's the prodigal son of the National Rasslin Alliance, NRA, National Rasslin Alliance.
Of course, the National Rasslin Alliance, since they stepped foot here in Capital Wrestling, make their presence known with each passing week.
Absolutely. They want to bring old school wrestling back. They don't want any of this newfangled, crazy, high-fly stuff, some traditional wrestling. Wrestling is different than wrestling, Steven. Some people don't know that. R-A-S-S-L-I-N, that's wrestling.
And of course, this opportunity gifted by the Pain Train leader himself, Preston Quinn.
Yeah, absolutely. Preston he's putting together, his alliance, and he's scoured all over the South, the Southeast, the Southwest. He's got his crew of old school wrestlers, young wrestlers with an old school soul, and that's what he likes about people like Beau Crockett.
A gifted performer in his own right who feels that he should be a national star in his own right, and what better way to start that climb than by taking on the Rogue, Anthony Gangone.
Yeah, let's be honest. I mean, he's got something to prove. Beau Crockett has something to prove, but that's why he's so hungry. He's so driven. Preston Quinn likes that. He's an old soul with a new attitude. Old school.
Locking up here in the center of the ring. Side headlock by the Beau Show. Trying for an Irish whip, but held on. Gangone with a wrist lock here. Irish whip, but trips him. And the Beau Show.
Yeah, I got to think that was done on purpose, Steven. That's no accident. That is no accident.
This showing the difference in styles between Gangone and Beau Crockett here. As you alluded to before, Gangone, trained by the amazing Red.
Now look at that, a drop toe hold. I mean, he's an incredible wrestler.
And the agility here, grabbing the neck. Look at the torque on the neck of Beau Crockett here.
Smartly, Beau makes it to the ropes, knowing his positioning, very important. Old school wrestling, always knowing your position. That's the fundamentals. Know where you are in the ring at all times.
Gangone forced to release the hold.
There you go, Gangone, wanting things to get sped up here. But Beau Crockett's smart, taking his time, slow him down. Wrestle his style, a much slower style, methodical.
Of course, both of these men there have been whispers about both of these men in the Capital Wrestling Championship belt hunt.
Yeah.
Yes, we call them belts here.
That's right. Championship belts, but belts.
Championship belts.
Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, they're both young guns who want that opportunity. Nice flying head scissors there. And Beau Crockett just trying to get a hold of himself.
Rolling underneath and again, tripping Beau Crockett. Gangone looking to frustrate and going low to the knees. Wow. Flying forearm through the middle rope from the outside.
The thing about Gangone is he's amazingly innovative with whatever moves he does. I mean, who else manages to do that from the second rope, the flying forearm?
Very unorthodox style of Gangone that serves him quite well.
Oh.
But serving him quite well himself is Beau Crockett. You don't need innovation when you can throw a man as hard as you possibly can into that middle turnbuckle.
Well, there's that viciousness that we talk about, Steven. That's that viciousness. I mean, the intensity, the aggression. And that's old school. That's Cowboy Bill Watts. That's what that is. That's that brawling Memphis style. It's making territory night after night, doing what you got to do.
Shades of Ole Anderson with those forearms.
And look at him. He's outside of the ring. He's going to use every part of that ring as a weapon.
Of course, driving Gangone's head into the hardest portion of that steel beam on the outside of the ring. Gangone just looking to get away. Beau Crockett stalking his prey here on the outside.
Oh, wow. Just, and now dragging him into the ring. Now that he's done just pounding him. And Gangone looking for anything, just trying to find a corner to breathe, but not a chance as Beau Crockett just continues to lay it in. Oof. I could hear that from here.
This match is brought to you by the Last Mark Standing podcast. Join Damian and Trina the Marky Smark every week at lastmarkstanding.com.
Demand at Spreaker.com/filling_the_void. That's filling the void.
We're here back on Capital Wrestling Television.
Ooh, the chops from Gangone.
And don't forget to come out to our next return, July 29th, as we go international here with the stars of Lucha Libre.
That's right. We're gonna have stars from Impact Wrestling, from Lucha Underground. We're talking Drago, DJ Z. Oh, look at this.
The Laredo Kid.
Laredo Kid. How could I forget Laredo Kid? And maybe a couple more surprises. We don't know.
Anything can happen here in Capital Wrestling.
You know, they travel in packs.
What is that supposed to mean?
Wrestlers, Steven. I'm talking about wrestlers. They travel, you know, they got to rent a car. It's cheaper that way.
I'm surprised you're okay with masked wrestlers.
Well, I don't appreciate, I don't know if any, I don't think DJ Z has a mask. Not that I remember. And Drago doesn't. I hope they don't have masks.
Just for you.
No, I don't trust people with masks. They're sneaky. People with masks, I mean. And look at this, Beau Crockett working over Gangone, putting on a chokehold there.
The crowd trying to get behind Gangone, but Beau Crockett just trying to take the crowd out of this.
I mean, you know, he's using that forearm properly. You know, he's making sure that he doesn't choke him out, but he's cutting off the oxygen. I call it a chokehold because old school, that's what they would do, but, you know, obviously that's not legal. And look at Gangone trying to get out of it, but if he can't get out of it, he is just cinching that hold harder. Oh, look at that.
Of course, going for the pin, 1, 2.
What a clothesline from Beau Crockett.
Gangone trying to feed off the energy from the Capital Wrestling faithful here in the High Holy House of Wrestling, the Cathedral Hall.
See, just that clothesline alone, you see shades of Stan Hansen, you know,
John Bradshaw
Layfield, just, you know, lariato.
Gangone fighting his way out. Forearm to the chin. Beau Crockett trying to hold on, spinning into that forearm with all the force he could muster.
Oh, wow.
Looking for it. Ooh. Suplex.
Right on the back of his neck.
Gangone looking for a T-bone-like suplex there. Trying to get instantly back in that matchup.
And again, Gangone deceptively strong for his size. You know, he's not a little guy by any means, but he just develops so much strength from out of nowhere at times. Just, you know,
when you're
so
that,
innovative.
When you're that innovative, you carry yourself much bigger than you may appear to others.
And the adrenaline just pumping through Gangone. Those fists are not affecting him. They might hurt later, but right now he's not going to let that stop him.
The Rogue himself, one of the more duplicitous men in professional wrestling.
Well, I like that aspect of him, but you know, lately I don't know what's happened, but he cares what these fans think now. It's, you know, it's all this new age social media. That's why I like people like Beau Crockett. You know, old school. All they care about is making town after town.
And right now, Beau Crockett might not know what town he's in after that shoulder tackle. Gangone leaving his feet for it. Going up to the outside.
And you got to
fist by Gangone.
And you got to wonder. Gangone's got to worry. Oh, look at that.
From the outside to the inside, tornado DDT. 2 count only. And this match continues.
You know, Gangone he's used to having numbers advantages. He's always taken advantage of that in the past. Right now he's going it alone, and maybe it's a little more difficult for him. Again, tremendous athlete, but when you get accustomed to relying on other people, you know, it affects you. And that's why I like Beau Crockett. He's out here by himself. He's doing his own thing. Look at that backdrop. Again, another just simple old school move. Very effective.
Gangone was going for the double underhooks. Couldn't happen. Jumps, tried to get him again. Double underhook.
Beau tried to stop it, but Gangone back.
Some sort of muscle buster-esque knee drop. Innovation is what we don't even know what to call it.
We don't even know what to call it. We got to name it. The gang don't. Maybe we call it that. Don't dare to try to flip over Gangone if you're not going to do it all the way. Maybe that's the youth of Beau Crockett coming into effect. You know, he's still learning. He's underneath the learning tree of Preston Quinn and everybody in the National Rasslin Alliance.
And that learning tree is a mighty oak, as we've seen throughout here in Capital Wrestling. Beau Crockett 1, 2.
What a great
2.5 count here.
What a great suplex. Again, shades of Taz. Oh,
shades of Kurt Angle.
Kurt Angle, yeah, of course. Absolutely. Oh, look at Beau Crockett going to the top rope. This is pretty rare. Most old school guys don't do this. This was illegal back in the day. Bill Watts, this would have been a disqualification in the Bill Watts era.
And Gangone making him pay for it immediately. Gangone feels more at home here than perhaps Beau Crockett.
Well, I mean, Gangone's a fan favorite. He's the local boy. You know, he's you know, you don't get a lot of Beau Crockett's here.
A calculated risk here. Will it pay off? What is Beau doing? Sunset flip powerbomb from the top.
Talk about innovative. Now Beau Crockett's becoming innovative. That's how you learn, by working with the best. Yeah, Gangone's a favorite around here. Beau Crockett, yeah, he's not used to it. You know, he walks around here with boots made out of several endangered animals, stingrays, tiger sharks, whatever they are. They cost more money than your house, Steven, and or that jacket. I don't know what animal you ran over to get that jacket. Look at that elbow drop.
Flying elbow. 1, 2, 2 3/4 as Beau Crockett continues to take the fight to Anthony Gangone. What a matchup we're witnessing here on Capital Wrestling Television tonight.
Incredible. Beau Crockett trying to make a name for himself. And what a way to do it, by taking out somebody who's been a big star here in the independent scene in New York, Anthony Gangone.
Trying to place their name at the top of the list for the rumored Capital Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Absolutely.
The slaps, the disrespect here Superman punch by Beau Crockett here.
What a great treat it would be for Beau Crockett. Ooh, what a strike by Gangone.
There went that thought. Gangone through the bottom rope.
Unbelievable.
Through the bottom rope.
Beau Crockett did the smart thing trying to get out and get a rest, but no rest allowed by Gangone.
Gangone going up top.
Oh, no. And again, another advantage.
What is he looking for here? Went for a frog splash. Decided against it. Going underneath, trying to catch him.
Looks
Can't
like
get
he
him
hurt
up.
his knee a little bit. I don't know, dodging that frog, but he's got him up.
Some sort of rack, an inverted GTS there. One, two, three.
And he's got him.
Gangone is victorious here tonight on Capital Wrestling.
Wow.
But you got to give it up to the Beau Show here.
And the winner of this match, Anthony Gangone.
An amazing fight put up by both of these men.
Absolutely, no shame for Beau Crockett. He's still learning. He's going to be a big star, I think, in this business. He's so fantastic.
But the decision came on a razor's edge, and that razor's edge is Anthony Gangone's knee, brought to you by an inverted GTS.
Are they sponsoring our show now? Because that's one I don't ever want to have to deal with or see. Gangone victorious here at his Capital Wrestling debut. Maybe he's going to make this place his own. Maybe it's time.
And the Capital Wrestling faithful showing Gangone how much they appreciate.
Absolutely. But they should show a little respect to Beau Crockett as well. You got to give him credit again. And the fans here, just an incredible matchup, let's be honest, Steven. That was a fantastic matchup. Two different styles, two different people. Oh, wait a minute here, what's going on? Oh, we're getting a treat as Preston Quinn of the National Rasslin Alliance.
The leader of the National Rasslin Alliance himself.
Calling for the microphone from our ring announcer tonight, Brian. And Preston going to address his young prodigy here.
Perhaps giving some pointers here. After a hard-fought match, maybe shaking his hand, letting him know.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. July the 29th, they've already negotiated the deal. You'll be main event against some kid from below the border named Phoenix in the big Lucha Library show they're supposed to be having in here. Yeah. We need to make sure Trump checks his papers and
Marcus.
make sure everyone knows.
Okay, wait a minute here.
Hey.
Your boss, Harry.
That's right. Let me shut off my phone. That's right.
No, you haven't. Phoenix saw the contract. He has no idea who Beau Crockett is. Absolutely no idea. He knows who Logan Issa LaRue is. He knows who Colossal Mike Law is. He knows who Sonny Gibbs is. But he doesn't know who he is. So he canceled. But there is a positive. I can tell you that we have one representative from each of three of the most important Lucha Libre loving companies in the world coming on July 29th. I can confirm right here, right now, that on July 29th, Drago from Lucha Underground will be in the cathedral. I can also confirm that from Impact Wrestling, Laredo Kid will be in the of a Mexican tour back in Impact Wrestling, DJC will be here in Capital Wrestling.
Wow, a huge
And I'll tell everybody something else. None of those men will be facing either the Pain Train Preston Quinn or the Beau Show Beau Crockett or, moreover, anybody in the National Rasslin Alliance. And that's all you need to know.
Marcus Dowling, the co-founder of Capital Wrestling, laying down the law here to the Pain Train Preston Quinn and his National Rasslin Alliance.
Unbelievable.
This is the train to Hoboken. The next and last stop is Hoboken.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
This match is brought to you by the Last Mark Standing podcast. Join Damian and Trina the Marky Smark every week at lastmarkstanding.com.
Welcome to the soon-to-be longest-running episodic talk show segment in Capital Wrestling history. This is All Cells Final. I am your host, the rock and roll model, the epitome of sexless. The man has been lewd, crude, and tattooed since 2002. I am Matt Sex Cells, and tonight's guest is possibly the second best Matt in Capital Wrestling. My guest tonight is Matthew Ryan Shapiro. Mr. Shapiro, thank you for coming to my show. It's been really great to have you here, Matthew. I'm glad you managed to come.
You see, Matt Cells, it's funny. You're funny. You should play the Catskills. You see, I'm getting dressed in the locker room. And I'm told by Andrew Zarian, our executive producer, that I need to come do an interview. I'm not changed yet. My $1,500 suspenders aren't on. My $500 glasses aren't on. And I have to come talk to you. You get a tag team title shot. You and Smiley get a tag team title shot. You know what? I'm going to go get the New York Wrecking Crew, and we're going to have a conversation. And you're not going to like it.
Come. Have them a conversation because they can come after us because they're going to be coming after the new Capital Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Smiley and myself, Sex Crazed. So bring them, Mr. Shapiro. Bring them. You think you got what it takes to take what I got? Ain't no way, boy. Come on.
I have one question for you. What you got? What do you want on your tombstone?
Pepperoni. Back to you!